I quit my job, and I have $1,000 at the bank, and I call up Joe, and I said, I'm coming to San Francisco. And it turns out that Joe said, well, the rent is $1,150. So I actually can't pay rent. It turns out that weekend, this international design conference is coming to San Francisco. We go to the conference website. All of the hotels in the conference website are sold out. And so we have this idea. We said, well, what if we just turned our house into a bed and breakfast for a design conference? Yeah. Yeah. I love that noise. And yeah, so that's how it started, airbedandbreakfast.com. So I guess the answer is no. When I started airbedandbreakfast.com, I didn't think I'd be at the New York Stock Exchange. I
had one of those binders where you keep baseball cards, and I had probably 12 credit cards in each of these pages. And you max one out, you go to the next one. You max one out, you go to the next one. I don't totally recommend this as a way to fund your company, but for us, that was our answer to all the rejection that we had received. It was late one night in the kitchen. Brian and I are trying to keep our spirits up, and we're brainstorming crazy ideas like, what if we provided breakfast to go along with the airbeds of Airbed and Breakfast? It's the middle and the height of the political conventions and campaigns, so we thought, well, let's make them politically themed. We'll call one Obama O's The Breakfast of Change, and we'll call the other Cat McCain's Maverick in Every Bite. One thing led to the other. We ended up making cereal boxes and selling them online for $40 a box. We ended up making $20,000 on breakfast cereal. So, little known fact, the Obamas not only got us to zero, like that's something to be proud of, we got it to zero, but we then got introduced to Paul Graham. Phone rings. It's Paul Graham. He's calling to tell us that we've been accepted to Y Combinator. And so what we later found out is that the reason that Paul let us in wasn't because he thought our idea was amazing. He actually thought it was kind of weird. He let us in because he saw that with the breakfast cereal, we could figure out how to do anything. So Paul Graham comes along and basically gives us this message, which was the single greatest piece of advice we ever got. Go meet your people. Do things that don't scale. It'll teach you. You'll learn from it. So we fly to New York that weekend. We rent a camera with a wide-angle lens, and we go from door to door throughout Manhattan and Brooklyn. So here we are in the environment of our customers, now watching them use our product in real time. And we're seeing a lot of things that we didn't know were problems. We got so close that we got to step into their shoes for a moment and see the world through their eyes and really see the pain points that they were feeling. And that, to me, is that's the basics of innovation. You take an enlightened, empathetic point of view for your customers, you combine it with your own unique point of view of the world to create something new. And you know what happened because of this? They started using the word love in the same sentence as Airbnb. They started telling their neighbors, their friends, their family members, their coworkers. And we started to see the number of reservations go up.
7 años más tarde, se habían convertido en multimillonarios y estaban revolucionando la industria del turismo a nivel mundial.
Ahora, si usted cuenta con algún negocio, podemos organizar un podcast llamado Aprende Emprendedores, en donde usted puede presentar sus productos o servicios, además de que si lo desea, podría hablar de alguna anécdota emprendedora. Esto como valor agregado ayudaría a conectar en el lado emocional de su audiencia. Además, lo anunciaríamos en redes sociales.